Good morning and welcome again to another Making a Mondays Matter. As usual, I trust that you had a wonderful weekend and we are all ready for yet another week. Ready to conquer, ready to go out and be successful in whatever it is that we are doing. This morning, coming out of a workshop that I did last week with a group of really exciting individuals, I want for us to focus on being our best. Being our best. And this is being our best in every aspect of life. And even though I'll be focusing primarily on business and that type of thing this morning, I want you to recognize that being the best that you can be where you are oftentimes determine your level of success. You see, one of the things that came out of the workshop as we were discussing with, and there was a variety of persons. There were various age groups. There were the young and the not so young. But one of the focus items that came out was business ownership and entrepreneurship. Oftentimes, when we speak about those particular areas and niches, many persons are considering or thinking, what can I do that is different than what the market is doing? What can I do that is unique? Unique from the perspective that it is not being done right now. And the reality is that there are very few businesses or opportunities out there that is brand new. There are very few new mousetraps, very few new inventions. Yes, there are some things that are happening, but the bulk of what most persons do are pretty much the mundane things. The difference maker, however, is how well are you doing it? Are you doing it to the best of your ability? Are you delivering the best level of product or service to your particular market? And here's a case in point. There are many persons who, as I said earlier, are considering getting into their own line of business, starting their own companies, etc. Within this environment with so much large operations laying persons off, the drive is to find what the individual or the small group of persons can do. And I urge persons to think of what is it, first of all, that they are capable of doing. What, in other words, what are their skill sets? What is it that you are passionate about? What is it that, even if you don't have the skill right now, that you can access and that you want to do? And I say to them, I'm not asking you what other persons are doing. What is it that you want to do? And say, for example, you said, well, I'm a good hairstylist, but there's so many hairdressers out there. There's so many, and yes, and there's so many health clubs and keep fit enthusiasts and corner shops, and the list goes on. But yet, down through time, we can just look even around us. There are persons who are still making successes of these same areas of business, no matter how long they have been around. Persons, for example, I always need to get my hair cut at some point in time, so I will need a barber. The question is, which barber will I choose? So the service is not unique. Everybody's cutting hair, everybody's doing the grooming. What is different is how it is being delivered. And this is one of the points that was driven home during that workshop. You pick the area that you see there is a need, one, that you would want to get involved in. And if it makes business sense, if you can see that there is need for it, then give it your best shot. Oftentimes, we see persons succeeding in areas of business where others have failed. And the only difference that you can actually identify is how they approached it, not what they were doing. There are areas where I live, I see restaurants opening and closing, and then oftentimes you would see just down the road someone opens a restaurant too, and you wonder, but these guys up here were struggling for so long. What is it about this person? And then they continue on for years, and you ask, so what is it that they're doing differently? Because they're all serving food, but it's how they're doing it. And so I want us this morning that as we explore how we can be successful in our own space and our own niches, to consider to consider being the best that we can be in what we are doing, delivering to the customer, to the end user, the very best service, the very best product that we can. And this is not, I'm not speaking about it from a charitable perspective. I'm actually speaking as it relates to business here. So you do what you know needs to be done to the best of your ability. You can have the finest location, the best products on sale, but if the service that comes along with it isn't conducive to the customer wanting to do business with you, all that goes for naught. I see excellent storefronts and then poor customer service, and then they wonder why is it that they're not succeeding. And the guy down the road who is operating from an old building that is now under renovation seems to be doing so much better. Sometimes people say, well, it's the overheads, etc. But no, many times it's the level of service. He is giving of his best, and his customers are appreciating that. And so I encourage us to be the best that we can be in what we are doing. And as I started by saying, this can be the ingredient that marks your success. So as we go forward into this week, let us give of our best. Let us be the best in all that we do, even if you are in the employ of someone else. Just be your best. Do what is required of you to the best of your ability. And that little difference can be the source of your success. So, whatever you do this week, be your best. And until next Monday, this is David Ince of Living Successfully Inc.